So I started there in 1955 in the art class, 9G. And this has more or less become legend, but Miss Hudgens, who was the art teacher, was more like a kind of a miniature prison sergeant. And she would start the class by putting a daffodil up in front of the class, and she had a little buzzer that she would bang with her hand and goes, bing, start, work! And we all had to start drawing the daffodil, and we could hear the sounds of our pencils scratching the paper as we drew the daffodil. And exactly 24 minutes later, she banged her hand on the buzzer and said, stop, work, pencils down. And we all had to go like this. And then she would goad you. She'd say, hold up your picture, dear. And you have to hold up your picture. And she'd say, now what would you give that out of 10? And I said, 9. And she said, no, 2. Thank you. Sit down. I said, sit down. I said, 2. She said, 2 detentions. I went, what? She said, 4 detentions. And the class is going, yes, yes. We got up to 128 detentions, and we called it a day. Now, this same Miss Hudgens, who ran the class, like a, as I say, like a little drill sergeant, how many years later was it? In 2000, I got an Order of Canada. We're talking 45 years later. The phone rang. Hello, Charles, dear, do you know who this is? I recognized her voice right away. I said, Miss Hudgens, is that you? She says, yes, dear. I always knew you had it in you. And that was my memory of her with the D- in art. By the way, I happen to have found a drawing that I did in grade 10 or 11, which my mom had hidden away at her apartment. The date is 1959, so it would have actually been my 4th year. That was one of my drawings from the class at Vaughan, a self-portrait. Nice to have that after all these years, looking a little bit like half Elvis, half Fabian, you know. Look at the hair, can you believe it?